What's up, guys? ChatGPT here. Long time no see. We're having a blast in 0.3 so far. We had so good league start with the Ruse explosive shot. So we started experimenting, and I finally found some funny stuff to do after getting bored with the towers. And yeah, we made a Titan, Mjölner Titan, more specifically. And I'm having so much fun with this, to be honest. It's not like the most optimal build, for like farming the currency and everything. But it can do, I will say, all content, and it's fun in the same time. If you compare the speed and like stuff, it's not like lightning arrow, right? For sure, it's not like explosive shot, or it's not molten blast, but it's pretty good, I will say. And yeah, just TLDR, so this is like not the most optimal thing that you can do, but it's fun. It's pretty effective, I will say. And yeah, I don't know, if you're looking for something funny, this is, I think, the build you can try. You will need some currency to have everything like going, but it's not like few mirrors and shit. It's couple like dozens of divines, but in my estimate, you can pretty much build it with like 60 divine, I think. This will be enough without Headhunter, yeah? With Headhunter, it goes a bit up. But I'm not even sure how much is Headhunter now. It was going down last time I checked. So yeah, not sure. Yeah, I played Mjolner in PoE1 and was like very enjoyed that time. So I also decided why to not try to make it work in the PoE2. I did some like PoE ninja digging and shit. I watched some videos on YouTube. There is like only few for the Mjolner, to be honest. If you minus like all baits and shit that you will find. But yeah, I tried, I think, like 50 setups, to be honest, for the Mjolner. And this is what I found like most reliable for my needs. But yeah, oh, I forgot. Please don't lag, man. Nice. Hope it doesn't lag, man. And yup. That's the Xesht 4. It's not the fastest, but I think it's not bad at all.
Just reward.
Okay. So what we do, guys, we play Mjolner, which has some interesting mechanics. It's like one-handed mace. It will give you some attack speed, a lot of phase damage, and plus level to all lightning skills. But main thing, it will give you Thunder God's Wrath, which is will active gains energy when you hit enemies with melee attacks and trigger socketed lightning spells. So you can't do like comet or fireball. Yeah, it should be lightning. So like spark, I don't know, arc, etc., etc. Light with the lightning tag. Yeah. And also it what it like does, yeah, it gains 3 energy when you hit with melee attack, modified by their element threshold, the hit we do, and for sure attack speed will work also because it's frequency, yeah, of the hits. So yeah, that's basically how the Mjolnir works. You do melee hits, you gain energy to your Thunder God's Wrath, and you trigger socketed skills, spells, not skills. Uh, what spells we choose? We choose Lightning Orb, and we choose Ball of Lightning. Why? Because Lightning Orb is highest damage lightning spell, and it also drops Shock Ground, which helps with the Thunder Herald of Thunder clear, and it also gives us Lightning Infusion. And since we have mapping setup and we have single target setup, which you both saw at the start of the breach, it was this one, and on the Xesht it was this one. So what we do on the map clearing, we do Lightning Warp and Ball of Lightning. Lightning Warp, again, to help with Shock Ground, to help with Herald of Thunder. And it will also teleport you to the enemy. Or it will teleport you to the Ball of Lightning projectile. That's why we have Ball of Lightning here. We corrupt them to get as many levels as we can. Like here, I didn't got. Here I got. But I can, like, it's big damage increase actually, but I'm lazy, yeah. So Rakiata's Flow here and Cyanist Temper. Cyanist Temper makes that the bolts like go like this, like around. It's same as like Nova projectiles, yeah. It gives you like a lot of additional projectiles. So pretty good, especially on the mapping. And on the single target, we use second Mjolner, which gives us second Thunder God's Wrath. And there we use Arc, double Arc. This also like corrupt to get plus levels. And Boundless Energy, Energy Retention to just keep these arcs like going, yeah, all the time. And it also synergizes very well with the Lightning Warp, because Lightning Warp it says that will gives us Lightning Infusion, and what Arc says, it says 200% more damage with when Lightning infused. So you see how it works together pretty well here. That's basically Mjolnir. You equip the Mjolnir, you get Thunder God's Wrath, you socket lightning spells, and you trigger them via hitting stuff with melee hits or melee skills, yeah, whatever. That's the Mjolnir. It will give you also downside for sure. It will give you a lot of requirements, 200 intelligence and 200 strength. But you can solve that pretty much with the travel points and some additional points. I don't have like attributes besides the Viper Cap, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and the Headhunter. But like on the swap, I don't, yeah. So that's the Mjolnir, yeah. And yeah, it also does 220% increased damage when you trigger a spell with Thunder God's Wrath. So that's another damage gain for us from the Mjolnir. And yeah, that's basically it for the Mjolnir, yeah. Pretty straightforward interaction. You just hit stuff with melee attacks, you gain energy, and you trigger socketed lightning spells. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the Mjolnir. We playing Titan as Ascendancy. It gives us a very very much flexibility which Mjolnir setup we want to play. Current setup, we utilize Ancestral Empowerment, which will make every second slam boosted. and we will talk about it in the gems section. It synergizes very well with our supports. So yeah, pretty good Ascendancy node here. For current setup, some area effects here, aftershock area effect. Aftershock will also count as a like hit, yeah, because it will trigger the volcanic fissure we use and forge hammer on the single target. So it like scales our triggering potential even more. Hulking form, yeah, why you play Titan if you don't go hulking form for sure. For another setup which I will show you the POB and we'll talk about is life stacking Mjolner, which also synergizes very good with the Titan because of mysterious lineage and life regen here and some defenses here. Or if you go like Bone Shatter way, which I don't like, to be honest. I don't like move with the skill and like stuck on every fucking small rock on the ground. So yeah, you can also play crushing impacts in that setup, but we will talk about life stack, this one, and life stacking. Yeah. What I okay, that's the Ascendancy. Yeah, Titan, you are pretty versatile. You can drop this, play this. You can do whatever like you want pretty much. But every second slam is boosted. I will like you will understand in the end why it like synergizes very well with our build. That's the Ascendancy passive skill tree, like some jewels, some gear in the same time, because it requires some information to justify the decisions we make. So yeah, basically, as you all saw, we have two setups. Yeah, map clearing setup, weapon set 1, and single target setup, weapon set 2. Weapon set 1, we use 1 Mjolner and we use Sacred Flame to boost our spirit, gain damage. And on weapon set 2, we just need damage and we do like double Mjolner to trigger like 1 million skills. Pinnacle bosses will give you so much energy because of their like level power, so you will trigger a lot. Why not to go like dual wield Mjolnir and just like slap them with lightning damage. That's our main setup, yeah, mapping and single target. So red is mapping. You see we take all our defense and sustain on the red one. Here we put this way and we take crit. I will talk about crit in the damage scaling section. We take lightning damage here on the weapon set 2 for the single target. We put here. We take another defense cluster here, some crit mitigation. On the weapon set 1, we put here. We take this Sacrifice of Flesh with Undying Hate Amanamu jewel. You need Amanamu, you don't care about the number there, it can be whatever. You just need Amanamu to have a Sacrifice of Flesh, which will like pseudo one-shot protection, I will say. It will prevent 20% of the hit damage and you will get like some kind of dot. You will see like your life globe like a bit other, like some part of it in other red. It's like bleed on the bosses, a very similar effect. We come here. This is like pretty big. This jewel is pretty big mitigation, especially when you don't have much high HP pool. We put here. We take other defenses under sustain on the weapon set 1, and we put to guided hand. This is where we see the synergy between our Ascendancy, which will give our every second slam. So our Thunder, our Earth Shatter, our Forge Hammer, our Volcanic Fissure, everything is slam, and every second one will be boosted. And since even on the single target we have like pretty high attack speed and skill speed in general, every second hit happens like very often. So here we have some big Titan perks here. 24% increased damage each point, 1, 2, 3, and last one is 30%. And so basically every second hit you hit like a truck. This is very good. We don't scale much hit damage anywhere else. This side and like this cluster on weapon set 2, pretty much that's where we scale hit damage to gain enough energy. And the other way we just scale attack speed. Yeah, we put here, we take this cluster again on the weapon set 1 on our clearing setup. Tempered defenses, a very good defensive cluster. Armor applies to elemental damage and the small nodes. And since we Titan, we're getting like much more benefit than the other ascendancies from this cluster. I'm using this Heart of Well here. Some extra damage sustain when mapping life on kill, mana on kill. We don't care about mana much because we have everything on the life tab, but mana sustain is also important. I will talk about it a bit later, like 1 minute later. Yeah, and some defense from equipped body armor, 59% increased armor. This jewel, you have so many combinations that are good, that like feel free to change how you feel, and this is what I found like good. And I also had this one, so no need to even look on the trade, and it's pretty synergistic with everything else we do. So yeah, that's the jewel here. We coming up here and we're taking some slowing potency reduction. We taking some attack speed, and we gain attack speed when we hit, which is basically every like fucking second because we are a melee. Yeah, we don't have evasion, 0. We take this for the single target, some crit damage, some one-handed damage, both for damage and for energy gain on the double Mjolner. We take surrounded nodes for sure, since we're using Viper Cap. This, for example, is on weapon set 1, because we don't care about movement speed on the single target at all. We take attack damage for sure. It will give us a lot of energy gain, especially with Titan. We put this way. We take this all big nodes boosted by our Ascendancy hulking form to cap our attributes. And on clear setup, we take Gem Enthusiast, which is a lot of life, move speed, mana. Yeah, pretty good. And if you're struggling with any like gem colors to match the requirement, you just put use your 2 mace strikes to like put some gems that you like colors you miss. Yeah, we take all this wheel up to here because we want to decrease attribute requirement as much as possible, since we are like very tight on the tree. Yeah. We coming up, we taking all these surrounded nodes, and we taking this one on the weapon set 1 because sustain on the mapping, and on the bosses we don't need it. This beautiful jewel socket here, we come here and take this attack speed, and on a single target we come here and take this lucky lightning damage and a lot of increased lightning damage. Yeah, since on the single target we rely on our Thunder God's Wrath triggers, and it's all lightning damage. Yeah, that's why on weapon set 2 you have lightning damage here, and you have lightning damage here. That's the reason. This jewel from Nothing Diamond, for me this is like the best one you can get, in my opinion, for this setup. But I don't know, you can do something else if you want, but it allows me to get all these crit nodes here, spaghettification, and all this mana and attack speed points here, which is attack speed, mana regen, and damage taken from mana before life. We have very low high health pool, so this is another level of mitigation. Since we have so high sustain, we don't spend any mana. We use our mana as a like pseudo HP pool. It's pretty good. It's like without this and with this, you will feel the difference in tankiness. You can try by yourself. We're taking Spell Blade since we heavily rely on the spell damage, yeah, from our triggers. We go spell damage, some decks to help against spell damage. This cluster here, yeah, this big cluster, only because we use this jewel. I think it's like border, like it's worth it, guys. Just use this one. I swear it's good. Like it's very good. Yeah, you can do like maybe something here or here, like if you do earth shatter, earthquake, etc. But I think this is the best one for the Mjolner, to be honest. Like for many setups. So yeah, that's pretty much our tree. Yeah, like TLDR, what we do on the tree, we do all our defense and sustain on weapon set 1 for the mapping, and we do all our lightning damage and a bit of attack speed scaling on the weapon set 2 for the single target to do more lightning damage, attack speed to do more hits to trigger more lightning damage, and you see how it synergizes together. That's about the tree. And the jewels, you can use some expensive jewels, like I don't know, drop some defense, maybe attack speed pot here, put like some 100 divine jewels for like lightning warp level or something like that. But this is like what I config to do, and this is level 95. I will say you feel comfy starting from level 90 and like 95. I think you will drop attack speed or defense if you are 90, but I would suggest to drop a bit attack speed then defense, because you are melee, like you warp into so much shit. You want to have a bit of defenses, yeah. When you will check the tree, just like, yeah, green one is single target, red one is mapping. Yeah. That's, I think, it about the passive skill tree and the jewels. Let's talk gear, maybe. Yeah. We use Viper Cap, surrounded tech, nothing new, pretty good. It allows us to put some points and gain most that we can get for attack damage to get our triggers and not use many points in other like attack clusters. And it also gives us attack speed, it also gives us move speed on the mapping, it also gives us sustain on the mapping. So yeah, surrounded tech is pretty OP, yeah, this league. Goodbye this helmet, I guess. Next league they will make it like roll, I guess, +4 or 3 max, something like that, in my opinion. Yeah, I hope they not, but for sure they will. So yeah, surrounded tech, Viper Cap. On our amulet, we want life, increased life, 3 level to all spells, some rest, yeah, what you need. Basically, from suffixes, you want +3 to level of all spells, and everything else is optional, like what you need specifically for your situation. I will say go for double life and spell damage, because like they are not very expensive. At least they were not when I was buying them. But yeah, it works pretty well. Life, spell damage, levels to all spells, and like some rest on the amulet. This +3 is a lot of damage. Don't underestimate it. That's why I say like it's mandatory to have it. Yeah. Chest piece, I chose to go regen life implicit. It helps with sustain. It helps with all life taps on our skills. Pretty big in my opinion. You can go armor applied to elemental damage base, but this is what I go. Yeah. Armor, not the highest armor you can get for sure, but yeah, we need some like life here, resistances, armor applied to elemental damage. That's it. Yeah, like pretty warrior chest to be honest. Nothing special. Just question is the base, I guess, but wherever you feel comfy. Yeah, regen feels very good in my opinion. Rings, basically flat life, rarity, resistances. That's all you need. Both of my rings to help me cap resistances, get flat, rarity, life. That's it. Boots, this is old boots from my explosive shot. I use here increased effect of socketed items for sure. Some res to help with the cap life, move speed 50% in this case. Maybe we can corrupt this and get more in the future, not doing for now since I'm not very rich. Our belt is headhunter. If you don't have a headhunter, you can use like some variation of darkness enthroned, depending on what you need. On the single target, you saw I swapped to this one because yeah, if you have headhunter buffs from the breach, you can go on the Xesht directly, but universally, like on single target, this will be better. If you have money, you will want to put attack speed in the sockets. If you don't have money like me, you put flat fizz to help with like big earth shatter hits to trigger more spells. Yeah. Gloves, again, socketed items. I also put flat here to help with triggers. Life, resistances, that's it. Yeah. Go 3 sockets if you can, or like some other useful implicits if you want on corruptions. Pretty much, yeah, this is what I had here as a gear. And last piece is Sacred Flame. It allows us to have Purity of Fire, and it gives us a lot of extra damage as a fire. But I will say the main thing is 120 spirit it gives us with increased spirit socketables and Purity of Fire, which we will talk more detailed about in the gem section a bit later. Flasks, all roads resolve is pretty good since we have everything on the life tab. You can just use it and gain like almost 2k guard, 1.9k guard. Pretty good, I will say. Some mana flask, yeah, like to just keep mana sometimes when you take a lot of damage in abyss and shit, because you have these notes, yeah, damage taken from mana. Rite of Passage, I didn't have like very expensive ones with move speed, attack speed. So from the more affordable ones, Boar is best, I think. It gives us 20% of damage as extra fire, and it also inflicts bleeding. We don't use this part, but it also gives us 20% reduced damage taken. So flat like 20% DR. Amazing, yeah, you kill so much rares, you have it like perma, especially with encounter buffs, like it's insanely good one in my opinion. Freeze charm and stun charm and defend with 200% of armor. Since we are warrior, it's pretty useful. On the weapon swap, just go like for highest damage, highest attack speed, and highest level of Thunder God's Wrath as you can, depending on your budget. Yeah, that's it. Just go for max stats depending on your budget, on like everything you basically see. Yeah, implicit, fizz damage, lightning skills, attack speed. That's it. I think in the gear, yeah, we don't have like anything else. And yeah, on the single target, Darkness Enthroned, depending on your budget, you will have attack speed here, and in the gloves or fizz damage if you don't have much money. You can also have, I think, element magnitude there, which will help with the shock magnitude, which will be more damage. But I feel like very good with the flat socketed, to be honest. That's it about the gear. In general, let's talk about how we do defense and how we do offense. Yeah, defense is like very short. Let's start from there. We gain like we go for warrior defenses. Yeah, that are available for us very easy, which is armor for sure, and dispatch armor applies to elemental damage, which we have here, and we have on the tree on this cluster. We don't have a lot of armor, but it's like it's okay, I think. Pretty good. We res kept, yeah, chaos, fire, everything. No ES, 3.2k life. How much regen we have here? So this is like much higher when mapping and when plus leech for sure. Like nothing much else. Yeah, damage taken from mana, as I showed you. Holy why I teleported there, man? Yeah, as I showed you here. So yeah, that's basically our defenses. Yeah, we have regen on the tree and on the gear. We have armor applied to elemental damage on the gear and on the tree. We what we do else? We do leech, and that's it. To be honest, resistances are default. Yeah, it need to be kept. Nothing much, to be honest. Just default warrior defense, armor, recoup, leech, regen. That's it. Nothing more. Yeah, pretty much what everybody do on the warrior in case of defenses. About damage scaling, it's a bit more interesting. So we going for crit, since our trigger spells have very high base crit. We banking for crit a lot. We taking all this cluster here. We taking all this cluster here. And we scale damage with spell damage for sure, since it spells. So we take these nodes that are available with the jewel. Every other like spell damage is very far from us. Yeah, I think the nearest ones are those, but they are like very long to put also. And we can scale lightning damage for sure, since we can trigger only lightning spells. We take this here on the single target. We shock for sure, and we also get lucky damage from this node, and pretty much that's the avenues to scale your spell damage. Mostly you do crit, you take like all these nodes here, and you take some attack damage nodes to trigger more spells, and you take attack speed for the same reason to trigger more spells. Yeah, a lot of crit for the spells and a lot of level to the spells. So basically, damage scaling, you scale levels of your spells, you scale lightning damage, you scale a bit of heat damage to trigger more lightning spells, and you trigger crit since your spells have a higher base crit, and you use Rakiatas to like deal with the pen. Basically that's how you scale your damage on the Mjolner. Let's talk about the gems real quick. So you see the purity of fire here first. This comes from the sacred flame, and basically I don't know this is bug or this is intended, but everything you put in this purity of fire, it doesn't reserve any spirit. And it's the same with other ones, with like purity of lightning, other scepters. So it doesn't require spirit, so we use max like spirit gems are good for our build, which is vitality, which helps with the sustain. We have life tap everywhere, you will see. Cannibalism, mopping, very big sustain. Herbalism helps a lot with the flask, and precision to just get like accuracy and don't invest into accuracy much. On the Thunder God's Wrath, we use Lightning Warp. We use Ball of Lightning, Rakyata Slow, and Sionist Temper. Lightning Warp, highest damage skill, Ball of Lightning to Lightning Warp on it instead of the targets. Pen, this big like AoE increase with Sionist Temper, especially on the mapping. On the weapon set 2, when we blast single target, we use Arc, double Arc, and we use energy retention and boundless energy to just like keep them pump these sparks out. As a trigger for our Mjolner, we use volcanic fissures. I use this without additional fissures, but you can use with like with this one, branching fissures, to maximize the damage. But I just want like a bit visual clarity, yeah, so I don't use it. So volcanic fissure, one of our triggers. When you drop this and when you hit and trigger this, everything will feed energy into the Thunder God's Wrath, and you will pump out your lightning spells. We use life tap for sure here, rapid attacks, attack speed, Feast of War. This is another place where it very synergistic with our Ascendancy. So this support, Feast of War 3, says boosted no more than once every 14 seconds. But since our every second slam is boosted, we don't care about that line, but we care about this line. All boosted attacks has double effect on supported skills, and if you don't know, each ancestrally boosted attack slam deals 30% more damage and have 25% increased area of effect, which is like amazing for us. We don't scale area of effect anywhere else besides our Ascendancy, small points, and the ancestrally boosted tag. Rage to gives us rage sustain, and also when we are not on full rage, we will have 15% more multiplier to attack speed. So volcanic fissure, like you see, yeah, it's pretty fast. I use this one, Zolf's Pyre, I guess that's how it like spells. So it gives you chaos damage from hits with supported skills will contribute to ignite and flame ability magnitude, and it will also give you 20% of fire damage as extra chaos, which we get a lot. This skill itself converts 80% of physical to fire. We get on the boar charm when we are mopping, and we also have it on the jewel, 15% as extra fire. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. Also here, Sunder, as you see, I use Sunder. It's pretty like directional and lets you control a bit your lightning warp, from my experience. Holy fuck, man. And yeah, Thunder with same Fist of War 3, since we are doing every second one will be boosted. Rapid attacks to life leech here, because we want to have like very high sustain on the mobs. We don't like have very high tankiness, so sustain is pretty important. Rigwell's ferocity, so on the weapon set 1, and Thunder we use only on weapon set 1. It will have 20% more attack speed. And we have this bloodletting new lineage support gem, which makes skills cost life instead of mana, and it will get 2% of the damage as extra fees per 10 life cost. And you swap this one on the single target with on the Earth Shatter and Thunder, yeah, because in mobs you mostly use Thunder and Earth Shatter on the like big mobs, and on the single target you only use Earth Shatter, so you just swap it on the single target. Another trigger generating skill is Earth Shatter. You link life tap for sure, you don't want to spend mana. You branching fissure 2 here to make like more fissures with your Earth Shatter, and here we use a branching fissure, since you can pop these fissures with your war cry and do tons of damage. So just to have more of it, cool, and like very big damage increase on single target when you pop it. Rage again, rage generation, more attack speed multiplier when you are not on full rage. Life leech sustain, Fist of War 3, same, every second slam is boosted and you gain double effect. Forge of Hammer, same Fist of War 3, Rage Forged here to spend some rage actually, and gain this more attack speed multiplier almost like 98% of the time. When you use hammer like on cooldown, you pretty much not on the highest rage, and you have this 50% more attack speed. Branching fissures for more single target, concentrated area for more single target. We don't care about AoE. We use this rarely on rare mobs and mostly on bosses and pinnacle bosses. Infernal Cry will help you pop everything. You will gain damage for sure, yeah, with the empowered attacks. Life tap here, Raging Cry to help with like sustain. You mostly use this to pop inside of the pack, and you gain a lot of power, so a lot of rage. Cooldown recovery, tireless, magnified area, just to more comfy to pop this like spikes, yeah. Time of need, since the most annoying stuff in this game is temporal chains, you want to get rid of it if you have it, and ignore, just like do that mobs and forget that you will have it. Compressed duration to trigger time of need more quickly. It will also give you some life. Vitality 1, precision 1 on the time of need, since these ones are not reserving any spirit, and now you can stack different tires of the supports on the skills, so why not? Yeah, more sustain, more accuracy. Another things that you saw on the bridge is the comet, which we don't cast manually. We use Reaper's Invocation, since we have a lot of spirit and we scale spell damage. This is very good addition to the build. You just hold down the button, yeah, and it will cast it automatically, or you can use like numlock tech when you turn off numlock, pressing the keybinded button of the skill, and it will like trigger automatically. Here we use Comet, we use Spell Cascade, we use Concentrated Area, Boundless Energy, Life Tap for sure. pretty straightforward. Here it's just additional damage on the when mapping, because Reaper Invocation will work only when you kill enemy with a melee attack, not hit. So you disable this on the single target, as you saw. Herald of Thunder, again to help with the clear, elemental armament, lightning pen, living lightning, elemental focus, and I use cooling strike. It's pretty comfy. You disable this also on the single target since you can't activate it, and you also on both single target and mapping, you use this companion with the haste, which will give you more attack speed and move speed, which is pretty good. I use Brutus Brains so he don't die. So this and this doesn't work so far as I know. But if you want to, you can just remove this, put this one here, and maybe like cooling strike instead of Herald of Thunder here, and your companion will cool, maim, blind, etc. But I think I use it as a attack and move speed support for me, so I just put this so he don't die at all. And on weapon swap, what you do, you disable this, you disable Herald of Thunder, and you remove Precision 1, and you have your companion and Time of Need active, and that's all you need. You can also swap this and this from Sunder to Earth Shatter, because on the single target you don't only do Earth Shatter to trigger and after pop with the Warcry, so you can just get some extra damage there. Let's talk about like some alternatives you can do. Another way that you can play this is to life stack, because there is a very interesting item in the game which works very well with the Mjolner, which is Reptide Globe. What it says, it gives us increased critical hit chance per 100 life and increased damage per 100 life for spells. And when you use this, you also use Crown of Ice, which converts that all spell damage that you get from life stacking to attacks also. So you basically solving the two problems with one thing. You just scale life, you stack life, and you get crit hit chance, you get increased spell damage, and you convert that spell damage to also apply to it. You don't convert, you also make it to apply to attacks, which is very, very powerful. I will show you in the POB what we do here. We basically getting all life we can get, like humanly possible. This is the wrong POB, sorry. This one. We have 4.8k life, which with the Reptide Globe will gives us like so much crit and so much damage, and with the Crown of Ice we will convert it to the attack damage also. You can see lightning warp damage here is like 54k. It's pretty high, and like you trigger it so much. On the tree, we don't even do the weapon swap here. We just go for like one pure tree. We stack again. We gain our like armor. We gain our armor here. We gain all life we can. We use jewel to allocate behemoth. Also, we take all aftershock on this version. We take this, we go for same defensive node here, same wheel like here with Gem Enthusiast attack speed. In this version we put here and put some jewel like this. Since we're scaling a lot of spell damage here, we go for spell damage, trigger spell damage, chance to shock, and like damage recoup is just a like bonus there. You can get much more useful shit there, I think. Gear on this version is pretty similar with a bit of like differences. Yeah, you do like life sockets because you stack life, and you go for like as much strength also as possible on the tree. You take all these strength nodes because strength is life, and yeah, you get to the break point with the gear I have. This is also pretty comfy. You feel much more tankier, yeah, than the other version. Let me open the other one, and you will see the difference. So this is like 4.7k max hit, and this is 8k max hit. Damage here it's higher, like on the double Mjolner, but this 54k here is all the time, like not only on the single target. Yeah, so depending on how like you can play either this version or this version, like how you like it. Yeah, I will share the both POBs anyway. So yeah, that's about alternative build in general. But for the jewels, if you don't have like some of the unique jewels, you can use something like this to scale your spell damage, shock, to help with the clear, and some useful stats. Yeah, other things you can get. You can, depending like on some scenarios, you can use like Orb of Storms, for example, on the bosses. If you remove life tap, you can use Mana Tempest, but I guess you will need some Mana Leech, on the rings, I assume, or on the like gloves in that case. But Orb of Storms will help with single target. With the aura setup, with the gems, with the gems. Oh yeah, with the gems, you can use a lot of different auras, but we will talk about the auras a bit later, about like choices I made. So Wine Dancer is pretty good if you link it with like Life Leech Magnified and go full ham on fizz damage. It will give you a lot of leech and you get hit like all the time. This is very, very good also to have. You can use Overwhelming Presence to reduce the element threshold, which will give you more triggers on the Mjolner, Thunder God's Wrath. This is very good. You can use Blasphemy with Elemental Weakness. Maybe you can use Berserk if you struggle with some heat damage, to just trigger more skills. What else I wanted to talk about here? DeFi, you can incorporate DeFi into the build because you are basically do a lot of lightning damage also. Ambrosia is another support that you can use. If you will use this one, you can use the mana flask with more charges, so you get like more benefit from it. For trigger skills, you can try Stampede. It doesn't feel good in my opinion as a trigger skill. Earthquake is another option. Bone Shatter, it's completely like other setup, I will say. And Shockwave Totem, maybe, if you are too lazy to like use your skills yourself, but you will not have Leech. as if you use this one to trigger your volcanic fissures and stuff. And yeah, that's like alternatives, I will say. And let's plug in some map to see like some Delirium map maybe. I don't know what's that. Yeah, I prepared the map here. As you see, Delirious, Monster Life, Turbo, extra fire damage, etc, etc. I hope it will not lag a lot, guys. So yeah, so now we are on this setup. Yeah, we use holy shit, let me talk. We use weapon set 1, which is with all our defensive nodes, and Reaper's Invocation and Herald of Thunder on. So yeah, let's go. So you basically volcanic fissure to create a pathway, and you sunder and you trigger. And when you have like rare, you can earth shatter and pop. But this is your rotation, yeah, on mapping. You do volcanic fissure, sunder. Volcanic fissure, sunder. All triggers are happening. You teleport around, you kill shit. When it's single target, you drop hammer, you pop, and you spam your earth shatter, and everything dies. Oh, I got lucky now. Oh. I guess it will crash. Oh, luckily no.
Let's run that wish down.
All I do is volcanic fissure, thunder.
Put it down.
Okay, now we have single target. Now we use our shatter, and we pop with the war cry.
There's beast for the rabbit to play.
Earth Shatter does like very good single target. You see, yeah, how like these balls are going in a circle. That's all Cyanist temper. And you can also see the wild shard count. So when it reaches 8, it will like do that silly shit. Again, pop forged hammer, put some fissures, spam. It's so funny, man. Delirium boss. Holy shit, I lag, man. Holy man.
Heal yourself!
This is also like pretty comfy. Yeah, when you see that like big single target, just use Earth Shatter instead of Thunder. And you're good. Oh, okay. Now we have boss. Basically, yeah. You just hold down the Earth Shatter on the single and it's dead. Yeah, sorry for the lag there, guys. We can do shit with it. The game performs as it performs. And yeah, that's it. This is I will probably play another build, but if you will have any questions, feel free to jump on my streams. I have POBs. I will help you to solve your issues, hopefully. So yeah, thanks guys. That's the build. It's very funny. It's not like giga optimized farmer, but it's very funny and it's capable to do all the content that games to have to offer at this point. Yeah, like, subscribe if you like, don't if you don't. And yeah, I catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers.